The need for trained teachers in the area of early childhood education is critical, particularly since preschool and pre-K are an important period in a child's development. ECE, as it is called, refers to the all-around development of a child's personality. The first 2 years of a child's life are spent in forming a sense of self, and most children are able to distinguish themselves from others by the age of 2. In the Orange Walk and Corozal districts, the European Union and the government of Belize have partnered with the University of Belize on a tertiary curriculum to educate teachers in ECE.
Intention was to train early childhood teachers and secondary education teachers. At the moment, we have completed the first cohort of teachers doing the certificate in early childhood, and we have graduated about 15 students in that group, and that's the charter program. At the same time, we did the diploma in secondary education to enhance the skills of teachers in secondary schools, and we graduated about 19 of them. We currently have enrolled approximately between 36 and 40 students in the associates in early childhood education. And in addition to that, we have, I would say, over 175 students enrolled in the secondary education program with 5 different concentrations.
Those areas of focus include Spanish, English, science, math, and the social sciences. The project is aimed at strengthening the capacity of primary school teachers within the Sugar Belt, where there is a high demand for teachers in the field of ECE. At present, however, there are only 10 qualified teachers in that area of learning.
There is a demand, only that it's a little bit tricky as to how it is interpreted, because we may have a high number of trained teachers in elementary education who were allowed to qualify as ECE teachers. But in regarding ECE training, I think of the over 300 plus teachers needed in the North, only about 10 of them actually have the specific early childhood training. So technically, there's a high demand for early childhood training.
Professor Clement Sankat, president of the University of Belize, agrees that the inclusion of early childhood education into UB's course offering is a positive first step in preparing children for the lives they will lead.
I think this is a wonderful initiative of the 3 partners here, the European Union, the government of Belize, and the University of Belize. My understanding of the teacher situation in Belize is that there are hundreds of teachers required, especially in the early childhood area, which is the foundational step for building the educational capacity and equality in Belize. Once our students, young little kids, have an opportunity for good early childhood education, one can see possible progression to primary, secondary, and then tertiary education. So this is a great foundational step.
The initiative to provide an alternative to the existing dependency on the sugar industry is one that is acknowledged by the UB president, since he too comes from a similar background where the reliance on the sugar industry is overwhelming.
The business of sugar and the dependency of communities on sugar is not unique to Belize. It's a Caribbean-wide phenomena. I myself have worked for many years within the sugar community in Trinidad, in the Caroni area. And I think one can give the European Union a lot of credit for creating a new kind of person who emanates from these communities, one who is educated, one hopefully who could become entrepreneurial, and reducing that dependency upon tradition of sugar. So it is a very innovative thing that they've done there.
The idea is that by the end of 2018, UB would have trained over 100 teachers in early childhood education, with a view to expand the curriculum across all of its campuses countrywide. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.